Students, in this video, which is part 3 of chapter number 1 from your Vistas CBSE syllabus, the third level, I am going to explain the remaining parts of this chapter. In part 2, we finished where Charlie, one day while he was getting late for his home, he thought not to take bus, he thought to travel by on foot, and for that reason he took a subway, that is called a kind of shortcut, a short way. He selected that way, and he started walking towards Grand Central Railway Station. He entered into the railway station. He went on the first level of the station, that is called first platform number 1. Thereafter he went to the second level, and Grand Central Railway Station consists only 2 levels, but he all of a sudden reached to the third level. There he found everything belonging to the 1894 or 1890s. Everything was different there. People are differently dressed, and everything which was there was of a different type. The diesel locomotive engine, and thereafter the dresses of the people, dress of a man, of a woman, and the man who was who was at the ticket window. He went to the ticket window to buy 2 tickets for him and for his wife to went to the Galesburg, Illinois. Galesburg, Illinois is his native place where he lives actually. Right now he lives in London, but he's actually from Galesburg, Illinois, which is also in Britain. So he reached there at the platform. He went to the ticket window. He gave their his currency for 2 tickets, but he saw at the ticket window that the currency was not new. There was currency which was used in 1890s and 1894. That was year 1894, where it is called time travel. He went into the past. Now the ticket clerk told that if you are trying to deceive me with this kind of fake money, because fake currency, the new currency was fake in 1894. He told that give me old currency, and then I will. He threatened him that I will call police. Charlie, the protagonist of this chapter, thought that it is not better to go to the prison even in 1894. So he returned quickly by the same way which he went to that place. And now he returned into his real life. There he came and he converted his $300 into 200 into old style currency, and he got less than $200 there. Of 300 in comparison of $300 of current currency, he got less than $200 of old style currency. But I have never again found the corridor that leads to the third level at Grand Central Railway Station. While Charlie returned from the Grand Central Railway Station, he went so many times again to that Grand Central Railway Station to find out the third level, but he never found that level again. You would be confused here that why he found the third level first time in the first attempt, and in the second attempt he couldn't find the third level. Actually, this third level is not a third level. It is actually escape from the modern anxieties, problems, fear. It is a kind of mental peace, in search of mental peace, in search of relaxation, momentary relaxation. If you are escaping from the modern realities, your realities of life, hard realities of life and harsh realities of life, you are escaping away from there. That is called third level. So he never found that third level. Means he never found quietness in his level, peacefulness in his life. Although I have tried often enough, though he tried. Charlie tried so many times, but he couldn't find the third level again in the at that Grand Central Railway Station. Louisa was pretty worried when I told her all this. Louisa, wife of Charlie, was very worried. She was very much anxious when Charlie told everything. I miss Charlie. Charlie told everything to his wife. She was quite worried that what had happened to my husband, and didn't want me to look for the third level anymore. And she told Charlie's wife told Louisa told to him that you are not going to see the third level again. Means you will not go to that Grand Central Railway Station to search that third level. And after a while I stopped, and after some time I stopped, means I didn't speak anything to her. I went back to my stamps. He thought that after a while he stopped means for some time he went to the Grand Central Railway Station in search of third level, but he didn't find that again. That's why he stopped his searching, and then he returned to his old habits. One of the habits which was stamp collecting. He had has a habit of stamp collection also. So he returned to his stamp collection. It is also a kind of pastime. It is also a kind of momentarily escape from the modern realities and harsh realities of life. But now we are both looking. But he says, Charlie said that. But now I'm not alone looking for that third level. My both means my wife is also supporting me every weekend, and at every weekend means that is Saturday Sunday, that is because now we have proof that the third level is still there, because he says that now we have proof that third level is there. So don't be confused, students. Third level means the mental peace. In search of mental peace, if you are distracted from your current life, current realities of life for a moment, and your mind gets some relief, feels some relief and some relaxation, that is called third level. So he agreed along with his wife that still third level exists, though he was not able to find the third level at the Grand Central Railway Station once again. But still third level exists, that he knew very well. My friend Sam Wenner disappeared. All of a sudden, it is very surprising incident. Sam Wenner, Sam was a short name, Wenner is a full name. Sam Wenner is the name of Charlie's friend. He is a psychiatrist. All of a sudden, he found that once I disappeared as I went to the third level, and all of a sudden I found that my psychiatrist friend Sam Wenner, a news came to me that my psychiatrist friend Sam disappeared. He went somewhere. Nobody knew where. Everyone was trying to know that where he went, but I sort of suspected. But Charlie said all were speculating that where he had went, but I was a strong doubt, because Sam's a city boy. Because Sam was a city boy, he was living in city, and I used to tell him about Galsburg, and Charlie said that I used to tell my friend Sam all the time about the Galsburg. It's a village name, Galsburg, Illinois, where from Charlie belongs. I went to school there because my schooling days happened. That means Charlie spent his childhood here in Galsburg, and he always said he liked the sound of the place. He means his friend Sam always said whenever Charlie described about the place Galsburg, all the time Sam told that he liked that place much, means he liked the place Galsburg. So at the statement, on the basis of this statement that Sam liked the place Galsburg, because Charlie described every time the place Galsburg, Sam showed interest in the place. On that basis, he is saying that while my friend disappeared, everyone was speculating that where he had gone, but I was quite sure that's where he is, that he is in Galsburg. Charlie was sure that my friend went to Galsburg. All right, in 1894, and perhaps he went to 1894. It means that Sam, his psychiatrist friend, who was telling that Charlie, you are worried from your modern anxieties, you are worried from your modern life, and that's why you want to escape from your life, from your problems, and that's why you went to the third level. Means he said that you are trying to escaping away from your realities of life. Similar happened to Sam also. This particular statement and this particular incident confirms that everyone in this modern world is worried of their problems, of the problems of their life, and they all want peace in their life. They all are searching, and in whatever way they are trying to fulfilling it as well. So as a conclusion of this paragraph, Sam Wenner, his psychiatrist friend, also Charlie's psychiatrist friend, also went to Galsburg in year 1894. Why year 1894 is mentioned? Because past time was full of peace. Because one night, now Charlie says, it is an incident of a night, fussing with my stamp collections. Fussing means searching. He was searching in his stamp collections. I found, well, do you know what a forced recovery is? Then all of a sudden, while he was searching his old stamp collections, in that collection he found, Charlie says to his narrator, well, do you know that what a forced recovery is? He's describing also, well, a new stamp is issued to the forced recoveries. While a new stamp means stamp ticket, the postal ticket. when a new stamp is issued by the government, stamp collectors buy. So who they have habit of stamp collectors, that is called stamp collection habit. They buy some of the tickets and use them to mail envelopes to, and use those tickets to mail, means send envelopes to themselves on the very first day of the sale. Means what happened, whenever what is the first day covers, when any new postal stamp ticket is issued by the government, who they love to collect stamps, they went on the very first day, while the ticket is issued, on the very first day of issue, they went to the post office, they buy tickets, they took an envelope also, they paste those tickets on an envelope, and they put inside and then the postmarks, and thereafter they send that particular envelope to themselves. Means they write their own address, put that envelope into the mailbox, and the postman brings that letter to that man, because they have address self, so it reaches to them, and they keep those letters along with stamp tickets preserved. So that is called stamp collection habit. And the postmark proofs and the post office, you know that post office, whenever letter is delivered, the stamp is there along with date and everything. So the postmark proofs the date also. The envelope is called a first day cover, and this type of letters are called first day cover. They are never opened. They are never opened actually, because there is no need to open it, because the person sends it to himself or herself. You just put blank paper in the envelope, because in that envelope nothing is kept. The person keeps blank paper, which is nothing is written there. That night, among my oldest first day cover, so what happened at that night, while he said that he was searching his old collections of his stamps, he told that among his oldest first day covers, means among his oldest the first day covers, his stamp collections, I found one that shouldn't have been there. Charlie says that I found a collection, an envelope that should not have been there, but there it was, but that was there. Charlie was very surprised that this envelope, he found an envelope which should not be there actually, according to him, but that was available there. Why he was surprised? Let's see that what he wants to say. It was there because someone had mailed it to my grandfather, and he said that after reading the address and everything, he calculated that perhaps this letter is here in his stock because it was mailed by his grandfather. So his grandfather, Charlie's grandfather, also had the habit of stamp collection, and the same hobby was continued by his grandson also, that is Charlie, at his home in Galesburg. So perhaps that letter was envelope was sent by someone to my grandfather in Galesburg. That's what the address on the envelope said, and because on what basis he said that it was sent to my grandfather by someone, because on the envelope similar words were written, and it had been there since July 18, 1894, and the date that is a postmark. So the date confirms here that it was sent to his grandfather on July 18 in the year 1894. The postmark showed that the postmark clarified that the date and year. Yet I didn't remember it at all. So, but he said that I didn't remember about this particular envelope. The stamp was a 6 cent. The stamp which was there on the envelope was a 6 cent, is in a dull brown in color, not a very bright brown color, dull brown color, with a picture of President Garfield. And as I told that Garfield was the president of 2 times in America actually. So with the picture of President Garfield. Naturally, when the envelope came to Granddad in the mail, and he says that perhaps this envelope naturally means self, while it was sent to my grandfather, it went right into his collection and it stayed there. It went right into his collection and it stayed there. We said that I actually I didn't see this envelope previously. All of a sudden I found today, so that's why I'm very surprised at how it is and why it is here, till I took it out and opened it. And now he took that envelope and he is going to open it. The paper inside wasn't blank. Actually the first day covers were mostly kept a blank paper inside it, but this paper in this envelope actually, which is dated July 18, 1894, was there a paper inside the envelope, but that was not blank. Something was written there. It read what was written there, which Charlie is reading actually. Address was 941 Willard Street, Galesburg, Illinois, July 18, 1894. Address to Charlie. Okay, it was addressed to Charlie, but in the year July 18, 1894. So actually, this letter was sent to his grandfather. But this particular letter is written by Sam, his psychiatrist friend, which all of a sudden disappeared. Students, don't be confused. This letter is only an imagination. It is not a true letter. It's a fictitious letter. Actually, this whole chapter is a fictitious chapter in which only the speculations are done that if someone is troubled by his modern life, there are so many ways that people try to escape momentarily, though it is momentarily, but from their modern anxieties and problems. And uh, it has been created in the form of a story by the narrator. So don't be confused. This letter is supposed to be written by Sam to Charlie, but the date mentioned 1894, so it may be that this letter was written to his grandfather. I got to wishing that you were right. In the letter it was written, I got to wishing means I thought that I started believing that you were right. Then I got to believing you were right. Then I thought that you were right. So who says that I? I is Sam. Sam says to Charlie that Charlie, I thought, means while Charlie told to his friend Sam that I went to the third level of the Grand Central Railway Station, his friend Sam said that no, there is no third level exist on at the Grand Central Railway Station. Not only not only Sam, but all the people told, even the presidents of those railway stations told that no, there is no third level exist at the Grand Central Railway Station and New York railway station. But he was uh, he was a firm believer in it, Charlie. And now Sam is also agreeing with him and said that I started believing you, Charlie. And Charlie, it's true. And Charlie, it is true that there is third level. I found the third level. I have also found the third level. Means Charlie told that I have also found the third level. I have also found the peace in the life. I have been here 2 weeks. He said that I have been here 2 weeks. As if you remember at the last page, that he said that I know that where you have. I went to school there, and always means all the time. Charlie described to his friend Sam about Galesburg. It's a village. It's a very peaceful place, and he's speculating that while all of a sudden his friend Sam Wagner disappeared, he was quite sure that he went to Galesburg, and it is true here also. He was at Galesburg. He said that this letter suggests that he is in Galesburg for the address says that Galesburg for 2 weeks, and right now he says Sam said to Charlie that right now down the street at the Dulles. Dulles is a place name. So he says right now I am at the Dulles, and down the street means in hilly areas you can find that the native place is situated in the bottom of the hill. So that is kind of hilly area it is. So at the bottom Dulles, someone is playing a piano. He says that someone is playing a piano, and they are all out on the front porch singing. All the people are out on the front porch of their roofs, and they all are singing "Sing Nelly Home." It's a song, very famous song in 1890s in those days. Sing Nelly Home. If you will search it on Google, you will find this song actually. And I am invited over for lemonade, and people invited there for my lemonade. Lemonade is a kind of mixture with sugar and lemon. That is, come on back, he says. Now here Sam said, Sam who suggested Charlie that Charlie is trying to escape from your modern world. Now Sam is inviting Charlie that come on back, Charlie and Louisa, means come with your wife both. Keep looking till you find the third level, and keep looking means don't stop till you find the third level, means till you find the final piece in life. It's worth it, believe me, and believe me, it is very valuable. That peace is very valuable in the modern life. The note is signed Sam, and this short letter has been signed as, means the signature shows that it is written by Sam. So don't be confused that it is a imaginary letter. At the stamp and coin store I go to, he says that now here Sam says we are again returned to the real story. It was imagination or a real story. At the stamp and coin store I go to, where people used to exchange their old and currencies into any type of currency if you want to change. So Charlie went to the stamp and coin store. I found out that Sam bought $800. And there he found the coin dealer told him that Sam, his psychiatric friend, went there to this dealer and exchanged $800 new currency into old currency, while Charlie only converted 300. So Sam is even deeper influenced, having deeper influence of this third level. Worth of old style currency, he exchanged and got worth old style currency. That ought to set him up in a nice little hay, and that exchange money will definitely help him to set a peaceful life. Hay is a kind of grass actually, feed and grain business. Sam was trying to do there in that 1894, in that pastime, feed and grain business. Feed and grain actually for the animals. He wanted to sell feed and grain for the animals, because in those days this job was very popular. So he planned that I will sell feed and grain business. I will do feed and grain business for the animals, and those 800 converted amount, 800 was a new amount actually. It was converted near about 500. So he got that. He always said, he means his friend Sam, Charlie's friend Sam, he always said that's what he really wished he could do. He said that what he actually wanted to do there while he will go to into the past, and he certainly can't go back to his old business. Actually, why Charlie says here that his friend Sam will do feed and grain business. Why? Because Sam will not be able to do his old business. And what is his old business? Psychiatrist. And when psychiatrist is needed, when we have psychological problem. But in old times there was no psychological problem. All the people will have a lot of peace in their life. And while you are mentally you have mental peace, there is no need of any psychiatrist. So he says that Sam can't do his new business, old business there, that was a psychiatrist. That's why he decided to change his business there, not in Galesburg, Illinois. Actually, his old business, that was the business of a psychiatrist, as a doctor of psychiatrist, doctor, not in Galesburg, Illinois. That was not possible in Galesburg, Illinois in 1894, because already people are there in so peaceful in mind. So this business will not run there. His old business, and actually his old business, Charlie describing why Sam was a psychiatrist, and Sam was a psychiatrist, and his psychiatrist business are not going to run there. That's all in this video, and tomorrow and next I will try to discuss the question answer in next video. Thank you.